Hello everyone and welcome to Unwine with Janet. Today I'll be preparing for you one of my regular household protein dish. I'll be making for you honey glazed pork chops. This is very easy and it's a very flavorful protein dish. All you have to do is ensure that it's properly seasoned with garlic, paprika, pepper and multiple herbs. When done properly, it can be the best and juiciest skillet pork chop you've ever had. So come let me show you how we do it. Welcome back my friends. Now for this honey garlic pork chop recipe, I have two very thick pieces of bone-in pork chops. I prefer the thicker pieces because of course you're going to get more meat to it. It might take a little bit longer to cook, but that's okay. Now I've already washed it with some white vinegar and I'm just patting it dry to get rid of excess water. So for my powdered seasoning, I have black pepper, garlic powder, paprika, powdered ginger, seasoning salt, and a little bit of salt and some thyme. So before I actually add it to the pork, I just go ahead, since I have everything on the plate, and just combine everything. Now for the pork chops, you can do one or two things. You can allow it to be just the dry rub alone without adding any other liquid, because that's how I do it sometimes. Sometimes I'll just do dry rub and put it in the oven or do the stove top. The other method is, and that's what I'll be doing today, I'll just use some soy sauce, browning, and some oil and add that to it. The oil mainly because it gives moisture and it doesn't allow the meat to dry out as quickly. And the browning, of course, it's the color. It gives it a little bit more color, so at the end your meat doesn't seem too white. Personally speaking, if the meat doesn't have that nice golden brown color in the end, I think that something is wrong, even though it might be cooked properly, but I am looking for that nice brown color. Now that everything has been added, all you have to do is just go ahead and massage everything to properly coat those pork chops. Now you can prepare this and marinate it from the day before, or you can fry it or do whatever it is that you want to do with it immediately after seasoning, and that's what I'll be doing. Now in a heated skillet, you're going to add your oil and you're going to allow it to heat to about 370 to 375 degrees. Then you're going to add your pork chops. The pork chops, you're going to allow them to be golden brown on each side on medium heat. This could take about 5 minutes thereabout. Now they're not going to be cooked at this stage. You're just ensuring that they have that nice golden brown crust. And as I had mentioned earlier, it will take about 5 minutes on each side to give them that color. So after you've got it, just like how it looks right now, then you can do one or two things. You can add some hot water and allow them to cook, or you can place them in the oven and finish the cooking process. Whichever way you choose, it's okay. Most importantly, as with any other meat, if not cooked properly, you'll run the risk of getting some type of foodborne illness. Now my advice, especially when preparing pork, please ensure that the temperature is above 145 degrees. Personally, when I cook, I prefer to have my meat well done, and that means it has to be above 165 degrees. And as you can see in this case, this is 172 degrees, so that's good for me. But for you, if you don't want it that well done, just make sure it's over 145 degrees. So now that the pork chops are all done, we're going to save this juice that we just cooked the pork in, because that's where all the flavor is and you do not want to get rid of that. So this is going to be the base for the glaze. As you can see so far, this is pretty easy. This is just like preparing your standard pork chop, except we're going to be doing the glaze right now. So you're going to need some black pepper, honey, a few cloves of garlic, salt, apple cider vinegar, and some red pepper flakes. So now in the same skillet with all that flavorful juice that we just got from the pork, you're going to add a little bit of water and you're going to combine all the ingredients that I had mentioned earlier. So here I have some chopped garlic, apple cider vinegar, red pepper flakes, black pepper, and the honey. Now for the honey, it depends on your level of sweetness that you would like, so it's all up to you. But for everything that I've used, the measurements and the ingredients and everything is in the description. Now after I've combined everything, I'm just going to do just a little mixing just to get everything incorporated. The glaze will start to become a little bit thick, and that's when you want to add your pork chops along with the au jus from the pork. Now after you've done that, you just want to make sure now that your pork chop is properly coated. So what I'm basically doing is using the spoon to scoop some up and put it on top of it, and also I'm going to be flipping them over just to make sure that both sides are coated with that glaze. So after the pork chop has that nice flavorful glaze on it, then it's all done. It's ready to be shared and enjoyed with your family or friends or whoever you choose to. This can be paired with just about anything. If you're having rice or pasta or ground provision, it's a very flexible protein dish. So go ahead and give it a try and let me know how it turned out. Leave your comments in the comment box. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you liked this video. And if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss next week's video. What good? Till me see you next time, alright?